flaming grove hopes. It's special, but let me out.
I don't think so. Hello and welcome back to Highlight Crafts. A big thank you to David for that fabulous first hour of the day, kicking off our Friday in style. And we've got a lot of fabulous brand new products coming up throughout the day here on Live Shopping, including in this hour, because we've got brand new card templates. Now, we say card templates, but these are all about making your gift bags and your 3D box envelopes as well. So lots to look forward to in this hour. For brand new templates, your SVGs, your downloads, we've got deals on our tape, our cardstock, lots in store to look forward to throughout the course of this show. Now, let me know that you'll keep me company. It's just me and you for this hour, so keep those comments coming. Let us know what you're up to. Perhaps you've got crafty plans for the weekend. What projects are you working on? Any of that, let us know in the comments. I would love to hear from you. But before we dive into all of that, I will just let you know how easy it is to watch and shop with us here on our live shopping shows at Highlight Crafts. Now, there are a few different platforms that you can watch all of our shows on. You might be watching on our website, which is highlightcrafts.com, on our Facebook, our Instagram, or on our YouTube. Now, if you prefer to watch on either Facebook or Instagram, you can watch and shop at the same time on those platforms. Now, every single item on this show that we share with you will have an item code attached to it. You'll see some of those appearing on your screen already. So, for example, shop SVG. Now, all you need to do, just into that comments box, exactly the same place where you type all your hellos, let us know what you're up to. You're just going to type the word shop followed by whatever that code might be. All that will happen then is it allows us to send you a message directly into your inbox. And on that message, there will be a link. Now, if you click on that link will take you over to our website, and you'll see that whatever items you've commented for will be ready and built up for you in a shopping basket, just ready to be checked out whenever you're ready. But before you check out, we always say a couple of things to do first. First of all is have a little look around the website, especially if you're just edging towards that £35 mark for your free postage and packaging. Just have a little look at any extra items you could add in just to tip you into that free postage area. Now, it could be things in the outlet sale, it might be items from David's show that you've not quite checked out yet. Just have a little look and see if there's any extra goodies you want to be adding onto your order. Then secondly, the most important thing is to either log into your Club Highlight account if you're already a member, or if you're not, then please do make sure you sign up and join our club. It's totally free to join. There's no subscriptions or any of that bad stuff, just all the good stuff, including at least 5% off every single order you make with us. Not just your first order, not just those full price items, but every single time you're shopping, you will be getting at least 5% off. And as you move through those tiers, that discount will get even greater as well, which is fantastic. In addition to that, you will also get points accumulating on every single order you make. You can then start to actually redeem those in future against your purchases to get money off, which is absolutely brilliant. And finally as well, as we've already mentioned, every time you're spending over £35 or more, you're going to get all of your postage and packaging paid for by us. So get yourself either signed up to our club if you're not already a member. If you are, get yourself logged in and then you can check your baskets out, and literally within a few days, all of your new crafty goodies will be winging their way to you. Now, if you watch on the website, of course, you can shop and watch that way as well. Again, super easy to do. Whatever show that you're watching, when that show goes live, you'll see all of those items will start to scroll on through on the right-hand side. Click on the ones you want to go for, get them added to your basket, get yourself logged in, and then once again, you can check those baskets out. And one final thing, we have so many live shows going on pretty much every day, 6 days a week here at Highlight Crafts. If you want to make sure that you never miss another of our live shopping shows, just comment the word live into that comments box and that will allow us to send you notifications every time we are going live. Now, brand new card templates coming up, which I'm super excited about. Do I have a little question for you guys at home? We love to ask you the questions. Last night I was asking about your favourite dessert. A little bit different this morning. It's a little bit early for dessert, I think 9 o'clock. So we'll keep it on topic, all about your card templates. This is obviously volume 11 that we're bringing you today. So we've done quite a few card templates over the past few months, but are there any card shapes, any card styles, gift bags, gift boxes that we've not covered yet that you would like to see in template format? Let us know in the comments and we'll do our very best to make that happen in future. We'll say a quick few hellos and then we are going to dive into this brand new launch because we've had some of you shopping for it already, which is fabulous to see. We have got Veronica's in, Tim's in. Hello Tim, hope you're well. She says, hi everyone. Hi Lily, crafting birthday cards and doing more Christmas cards. Oh, very organised. Much better than I am. That'll be a December jobby, I think, when it comes to my own Christmas cards. I'm always very last minute, it's terrible. Jonathan's in. We've got Deborah. Miriam's crafting October birthday cards, and then she's going to hit her Christmas ones. A lot of you getting very organised today. I'm a little bit envious, I have to say. Alison's in. She says, good morning everyone, not being able to watch for a couple of days. Well, lovely that you can join us on this Friday morning. We have got Mary. She's having a coffee and watching before she goes to Slimming World. Well, lovely to have you with us. Enjoy your coffee and enjoy the show as well. Tim says he's doing November cards, then Christmas, as he's done his October ones. Alison is making Christmas cards using my new card stencils. Love the results. So easy to use and they look so expensive. That's what I love, when, especially if you gift these cards to non-crafters, they look at them and think, wow, how on earth have you made that? But with your templates, it makes it super, super easy. We have got Mrs. H999. Oh, she's watching on Instagram. She says, going to watch you here today, Lily. Website isn't working for me. It should be on now, but of course you can watch on whatever platform works best for you. Doreen's in and Susan is saying good morning as well. Lovely to have you with us, everyone at home watching early on this Friday morning. Right, let's dive straight into our fantastic brand new templates. And I am super excited about this one because it's got one of my ultimate favourite gift bag styles in this collection. 4 brand new templates for you to get crafting with. Whether you like to use your templates or your SVGs, we do have options for both of those styles of crafters, but we'll start off with our templates now. 4 different styles, and we'll start off with our hexagon box. Now, every single one of these is going to fit onto a sheet of A4 cardstock, so fabulous if you just have your smaller size of card in your crafty stash. You don't need your A3s, you don't need your 12 by 12. You can do it all with your A4 cardstock. Now, your hexagon gift box are these 2 that you see at the front here. You've got all your little holes included on the template too, just perfect to thread your ribbon through, and we do have ribbon for you on the show as well if you want to stock up on that. But how fabulous does that look? All those different facets to that box there. It looks super, super complicated to put together. But once you've got the template, draw around the edge, score, and it even tells you where you need to score on this, which I think is absolutely ingenious. And then it's just a bit of simple gluing and you are good to go. Makes the most fabulous, slightly unusual style boxes, but they're going to be great for all of those little Christmas goodies that you can be popping into there. So that's style number one that you get in as part of this collection. Then next up is my favourite. I absolutely love this style of gift box, and it's really hard to do this one without all those measurements inbuilt into the template. It can be quite difficult to get all those angles correct, but of course with your template all of that is being calculated and measured carefully for you to enable you to create something fabulous that looks a little bit like that. Now we've called it our self-closing box because the idea with this one is that you can have it sort of pop open with that sort of style of box. However, if you prefer to, what you can do, and what I tend to do with mine of this style, is I just pop a little hole using something like a crocodile or hole punch at the top there, and then you can tie your ribbon through. So a couple of different options as to how you can actually start to close these boxes, but a fabulous style of gift box, and I love the way you've got those lovely triangular designs in there. So that is your style number two of your gift boxes. And then we move on to our fabulous box envelope. So first of all, you have got your rectangular, which is absolutely fantastic. You can pack loads into that lovely style of box envelope, and you can see here we've actually built that one up with some of those lovely pattern papers, and you've got that lovely rectangular box envelope. Ideal of course for storing your cards in if you're anything like me and can get a little bit carried away with all your 3D foam tape and 3D glue gel, and you need something that's a little bit more 3D than a traditional envelope. That's going to be brilliant for that. Or great as well for popping little gifts in, whether it's going to be perhaps some biscuits, some tea bags for Christmas. That's going to be absolutely brilliant for all those little gifts, just to house them in a lovely handmade envelope style box. And then finally, to go alongside that one, we have our fabulous square style envelope box. So once again, you've got your flap at the top there, you've got all of your sides, your tabs, super easy to pop together. Now, if you are brand new to these sorts of styles of gift bags and boxes and you're not quite sure where to start, just have a little look on the website. If you go onto the product page for every single one of these, scroll down a little bit, you will see that every single one actually has instructions for you. So we literally do hold your hand through every single step of the way. If you are new to these, full instructions, but they are very easy to pop together. Once you've made one, you'll be away making loads and loads of these fabulous styles of your card templates. So all four there for $14.99. Wow, 4 brand new stencils, just about A4 in size for $14.99. That's of course before you even take off your club discount, and your code there is shop stencils for those. If you're anyone that's been collecting all of our card templates, this is the latest one, brand new, to add to your collection. I know a lot of you have been building a library of all of your fabulous card templates, and this is the newest, just launched this morning, which is fabulous. Now next up, if you prefer your SVG cutting files, of course we do have that option available for you on the show as well. And once again, you're going to get exactly the same 4 of your templates here, but this time it's in that SVG cutting file format. So if you have a scan and cut, this is going to work absolutely hand in hand alongside that. Now, of course, the beauty of having these in your SVG file format means that you can resize them if you want to. You can take them into Canvas Workspace and do all that sort of crafty wizardry that Mel's always doing, adding things like your apertures, adding all those extra lines if that's what you want to do. Just gives you more options if that's the style of crafting that you like to work with, and a brilliant price on there. $12.99 for 4 SVG cutting files that of course you can start to play around with and manipulate. Is a brilliant price there, and that one is shop SVG, your self-closing box, your square envelope box, rectangle envelope box, and of course your hexagon box as well. Very easy to work with. I'm going to give you those fabulous results every single time. Now, talking of professional results, we've got something that's going to give you that lovely finishing touch to your fantastic card shapes here. Now, this is your download. Now, this is a separate item, $7.99. It's shop artwork. And what you're going to get as part of this one is, first of all, you are going to get 12 of your backing papers. Now, this is a download, which means it's completely instant. As soon as you check out your basket, this will be winging its way to you, ready for you to actually download and print out. Now, you get all those beautiful backing papers. You can see some of these have been used in our samples there. But the thing that makes this super special is alongside your A4 sheets that you've seen there, you've got all of your mats and layers. So for every single set, you get an A, a B, and a C, which gives you the ability to, if they bring this one in, you can see perfectly. You have your A, you have your B, and your C, so you can have up to 3 different mats and layers for every single one of these card templates in a range of different papers, and all the papers are the same as you are getting with that A4 paper download. So everything is going to match perfectly. If you are going for your SVG files, then you will get the ability to cut those out using your scan and cut, or if not, they are pretty easy to cut out using your guillotines or trimmers because they are all those straight edges. But it just means you don't have to measure these in terms of your mats and layers. If you're going for shop artwork, you've got all of those lovely printed papers, but being scaled down so they are ready to add onto all the sides of those. And it's the same for every single one. You've got your A, your B and your C, whether it's going to be your box envelopes, your hexagon gift box, or whether it's going to be your self-closing treat box. You've got the ability to do all those mats and layers. Just print them out at 100% and they'll be the perfect size to actually fit onto all of your 3D creations. Just gives you that lovely professional finish, makes it super easy. And if you want to be using other of your papers that you've got in your stash, but you're not going for your SVGs, of course you can print off those mats and layers and then use them as templates to draw around onto your other papers. So you've got choices as to how you can use those. But $7.99 shop download, I do believe, shop artwork, I do apologise, $7.99, and that is an instant download, and you've got the ability to print that off time and time again, and of course onto whatever surface you want to work with. You could also as well be using your A4 papers, print those off and draw around with your template and use the papers as your base rather than your white card. So lots of options in terms of those. Now next up, talking of paper and cardstock, this is the one I go to time and time again for card making, for box making, for gift bags, for envelopes, and it's your 250 GSM pure print cardstock. It is a must-have. We get through tons of this stuff because it is brilliant. It's one of those cardstocks that you can use for so many different uses. So, for example, it's going to be great for your card making. It's going to be great for printing onto as well. I use it an awful lot when I'm colouring with my alcohol pens because it's got a slightly longer fibre compared to your premium pure print. Just gives you that little bit more time to blend all those colours if you are working with your alcohol pens. Now, as part of this set here, you are getting 75 sheets of your 250 GSM. So you get tons that you can get crafting with for $12.99. That one is shop pure. You'll see it in all the demonstrations today that I'm doing because it scores beautifully and it cuts beautifully as well. It gives you that strength that you need for creating your boxes and your envelopes, which is fantastic. Now, one final thing before we get into demonstration, so we can just show you how easy these are to pop together. Then we'll go to some of our other goodies that we've got on the show a little bit later on. Is our fantastic DIY Doctor double-sided tape. Now this is an absolute must-have. We use this literally every single hour of every day in the office because it is brilliant double-sided tape. It is super, super strong, so even when you're doing your construction projects, like your gift boxes that we've got on today's show, this is going to hold it beautifully. Now within each pack, and you are getting 10 packs here, which is just a crazy, crazy deal. Within each pack, you are getting 3 different rolls. Now you've got your 1-inch width, which is brilliant for matting and layering, so you can cover those larger areas more quickly. You've got your medium, which is 1/2 inch in width, and you get your lovely little thin one, which is 1/4 inch, great for getting onto those smaller tabs. Now on every single one of those 3 rolls, I believe it's 28 metres that you're getting. So within there you're getting 3 lots of 28 metres, which is 84? 84. I believe it's 84. Yes, let's go with 84. So 84 times 10 means you're getting 840 metres. Yeah, 840 metres. It's going to keep you going for a little while, isn't it? 840 metres of your double-sided tape. That is a crazy amount. Brilliant thing is, it's one of those products that you always need to use time and time again. It's one of those that you never want to run out of. So when we got it at this price, £19.99, less than £20 for 840 metres, which is just crazy, crazy value for money. Get stocked up, add it to your baskets, add it to your craft room, and then you know you've got plenty of tape, whether it's going to be for matting and layering, whether it's for your box making. You can even stick acetate with this. It's that super, super strong. And the beauty of this one as well, sometimes, especially with things like your red liner tape, the tape itself can actually be quite thick. So if you're adding it to thin cardstocks, you can sometimes see it at the edges on things like your box tabs, which doesn't look exactly as we'd like it to. This is super, super thin in terms of the depth of it. So it's completely invisible. You can't see it whatsoever, but it still gives you that lovely, really, really strong bond. But this is literally all that you're getting here. 840 metres, 10 packs, 30 rolls of double-sided tape. I mean, when that arrives through your door, let's be honest, that's definitely not going through your letterbox. That's going to be in a big old box, and you know you've paid less than £20, and that's before you even take off your club discount, so that price is going to get even lower. It is a must-have. It's one of those that we use all the time and you can't really be without. Great for your box making, so that's why we've added it to today's show, so you've got the ability to do all your construction projects and you'll be making plenty when you've got 840 metres. That one is shop tape to go for your DIY Doctor double-sided tape mega bundle. Mega bundle's definitely the right word for it, isn't it? Right, I'm going to get myself over to demo. I'm going to take you guys with me, read a few more comments before we get into showing you how easy these fabulous boxes are to put together. So let's have a little look who is joining us and saying good morning. I have to find where I was up to earlier, which is always half the battle, but let's have a little look where we got up to earlier. Irene, good morning, Irene. Good morning, Doreen, Susan, Deborah, Snowy's in, Anne's in as well. Oh, Michael, hello, Michael and Stephanie, hope you're both well. Lovely to have you with us. Avril's in, Mrs. H999, oh, she's back on the website. You're all over the shop this morning, Mrs. H999, but lovely that you are with us. And we've got the website back up and running. Maureen's here, as is Lorraine. Lou's saying good morning again. Oh, Ria's in from the Netherlands. Leslie's in. We have got Lisa. Lisa, just check your shop artworks. It's shop artwork without the S, so just double check on that one, please. And Pauline is in. She's just back from a very brisk dog walk. Oh wow, that girl can move now. She's lost 2.7 kilograms and that's just walking. She's going to get her order placed for the SVG. She loves the boxes and she's obsessed dividing and resizing from washing Mel. I know when you get away with the scan and cut, it is amazing the things you can do with your files. And Linda is in as well. Lovely to have you all with us. I'll pop you to one side for a moment and we'll show you how you can create one of these card templates. Now, they're so easy to work with. So I've just got a piece of our 250 GSM pure print cardstock. I use it all the time for my card bases and my box bases as well. And if we bring in our template here, you can see it's pretty much exactly the size of that A4 sheet, which is brilliant because it means we don't even need to cut our cardstock to size. It is ready and raring to go at the right size. So I'm just going to pop that into the center, lining it up so it's flush with the edges of my cardstock there. Now, if we look at the template itself, it does tell you where all these score lines are. So if you've got cut lines, you can see there it says cut for there, cut down there and cut down there. So you know exactly, there's no guesswork whatsoever. You know exactly where you're scoring and where you are cutting, which is fantastic. Just makes it so super quick and easy. So I'm just going to draw around those two sections there. That's the only two areas that we need to cut away from there. And then what I do when it's a score line, instead of marking the whole length of that score line, all I do is I just pop a little mark at the top all the way down, and then I just pop another little mark at the other end. I just know then that I need to score just between those 2 points. I don't really need to mark the whole length of the line, and just means when I do come to rub out all of those pencil marks, I've got less that I need to rub out. It's just me being lazy, to be perfectly honest with you. And then your cut lines, I tend to, with my cut lines, I'll mark the whole length of that line there, just because I find it a little bit easier that I've got that whole line to actually cut along. So this one is a score line, so I mark top and bottom. Another score line down there, little pencil mark top and bottom, and it's just a case of going round and adding all those pencil lines in. Now the beauty is because you've got your template, if you do remove your template and you find you've missed a few sections, you can obviously just pop your template back over the top because it's flush with the edges of your cardstock, and you can just add in any areas that you may have missed. But I think we've got all of those marked out there and ready to go. So we can remove our template at this point. And then you can see there we've got all of our little markings onto our card. Now I'm going to start off by cutting away these areas at the bottom. So just where we've got our tab, I'm just going to cut inwards, and then rather than try and turn my scissors and potentially rip my cardstock, I'm just going to turn there and I'm going to cut upwards towards that first cut line, and that gives you a much neater edge to your cutting. And I'll do exactly the same at this bottom section there. So I'll cut along that score line or that pencil mark, and then I'll turn the cardstock and then just cut upwards, and it gives you a much neater edge to your cutting. And then I'm going to bring in my 5-in-1 trimmer. Now we will talk about this a little bit later on throughout the show, because we do have this on a special offer for you today if you've not already got one in your crafty stash. But I'm just going to turn mine over. We've got our scoreboard on the back. Now my top tip is always, whenever you get yourself a scoreboard, about halfway I always add a little mark, and it just makes things a lot easier to line up. So for example, let's start off with this score line here. I've got a marking at the top, so I'm going to line that marking up against that marking that I've got on my scoreboard, and then I'm just going to follow that through. I can see there that score line that's got the black pen on it. I'm just going to line that up at the bottom, and that way it makes it so super easy to make sure that you are following the right score line instead of sometimes having it at an angle and you end up going into different score lines. So that's the easiest way I've found in terms of working with your scoreboards like this. So once again, line it up against where we've got that black marking, give it a little score. And I always say when it comes to your scoring, whether it's cards that you're making, whether it's gift bags, gift boxes, whatever it is that you're making, I'd always say rather than trying to just do one quite forceful score over that area, just start off more lightly and then you can start to score multiple times over that area to really build up that score line to give you a nice crisp finish where you're not going to tear your cardstock as you start to fold it. So I'm going to score down to there. I'm going to stop there because that bottom section I'm going to cut away in just a few moments time, so I don't need to score the whole length. It's not an issue if you do forget and score it, but there's no need to do that whatsoever. Now before we move into these diagonal ones, all I'm going to do is I'm just going to fold back the top and the bottom sections, and this is going to make it a little bit easy for us to see exactly where we need to score. So we'll start off at this top one here. And all we'll do is we'll just lift that upwards, and then we can lift that top fold upwards. So I've got my marking there, so that's going to once again be lined up against this black marking that I've got on my scoreboard. And by lifting that up, it allows me to see underneath where we've got that mark on our score line. And then we can just line that up. Then once I'm happy with where that is, we can just score downwards, and you can see there we perfectly meet that area at the bottom. Now all I'm going to do now is going to hold my scoring tool at that point, and I'm just going to pivot the top section round, line up where we've got that score line at the top there, line that up against that marking on my board, and then I can just go from that bottom line so we know it's exactly the same place as where that first score line stopped, and then we can go upwards. Then we'll do exactly the same at the top there, just pivot that round, and then once again all we're going to do is fold that bottom section upwards so we've got that visibility on that area. We're going to score down once again multiple times over that area, keep that scoring tool in place, pivot that round once again so we've got that corner lined up against where we've got our marking there, and then all we can do is score upwards, and that just makes it so much easier in terms of lining up those diagonal score lines. And that's literally all the scoring we need to do in terms of this template here. So we'll just move that out of the way, and then all we need to do is just grab our scissors and just cut upwards where we've got those pencil markings, and we're just cutting up to that score line. As soon as we get to that score line, we just stop cutting, and that will give us exactly the right cut line that we need. Now all it is a case of doing now is just starting to reinforce those score lines. So that top one there is a mounting fold, and then your bottom flaps here, they're all going to fold inwards as a valley fold. And if you do check out the website where you've got that product page, you will see on the instructions we even do your little diagram to show you which ones are a mountain and a valley fold. But when you start folding a couple of these, it does all become very, very clear as to how this is going together. So mounting along that one, and then for all four of your diagonal score lines, they are going to be your mounting folds as well. So we'll just fold those upwards. Now what I would say, if you are adding in any of your mats and layers, so if you're going for your shop artwork and you're adding in those mats and layers, I'd always glue those to your project first before you actually glue it together. But just to show you how you're actually going to pop this project together, we're not going to add your mats and layers, but of course you've got the ability to do that with your artwork. So first of all, we're going to pop a piece of tape along that tab. And this is where your DIY Doctor double-sided tape is going to come into its own. So I'm going to start off with the thinner width of our double-sided tape. You could either go for your 1/4 inch, which is what I'm using here, or your 1/2 inch would probably be just about all right for that tab. So I'm going to pop some along there. And then before we add anything to our base, I'm just going to check and see exactly where I need to add that tape. So I'm going to fold them two in first, and those two are going to go over the top, which means I need some tape on there, tape on there. So let's pop a little mark just so I know. So tape on there, and then those two are going to stick down like so. So we can then open it back out, and this is where we then go on to our 1 inch thickness of our double-sided tape. We can just pop a length of that along there, and it just goes to show how fabulous it is to have your different widths of your double-sided tape, because you've got something for all your different sizes of your tabs in your construction projects. So those two are going to go onto there just like so, and then I always go ahead and stick the side tab first and then I stick my base together. I find it a little bit easier to work that way. Now, if you are a little bit nervous about getting this stuck perfectly first time, just take something like your pin flare bookbinding glue, pop a little bit of that onto that tape there once you've removed the backing, and that's going to give you a little bit of wiggle room. But we're going to risk it on this Friday morning, so hold your breath for just a second. But we're just going to line that up so the edge of that piece of card is going to be flush with where we've got that score line. And then as long as you can lay it down flat and it folds flat, then you know you've got it folded in the right place. So that's the side stuck. And then all we need to do just for the base is we're going to fold in those two sides first of all, and then we've got our two areas where we've got our double-sided tape. So we can just remove the backing of both of those. Once again, of course, you can go in with your bookbinding glue just to give you a little bit of wiggle room. And then we're just going to fold those so they're flush with each other. And they're lined up top and bottom. Don't stick your nail in it like that. That wasn't a wise idea. And then you're just going to stick one in, and then you can see the other one fits absolutely perfectly over there. Now, if you are adding something that's quite heavy to the inside of this, all I do is I just measure the size of that square. You're looking at about a couple of inches for that. So just measure that and then cut yourself another square, and you can stick that over the top, and that will give you even more of a reinforced base. But you can see there how easy it is to pop that style of self-closing treat box together. Now, what I tend to do is I tend to get a hole punch. I'll punch a hole and tie a ribbon through. But if you bring in your pattern papers, so these are all of your downloads that you get as part of your shop artwork. And I've only used 2 of the mats and layers. Instead of using your A, B and your C, I've just used a couple of those there, matted and layered those 2 together, nice and easy. And you can see by using your download, you get that perfect border all around the edge there, and it just finishes it off absolutely beautifully. Now, if you do want to go for your download, that is a separate item. It will work with whether you are using the physical templates like we've just done there, and it will also work whether you are using the SVGs. Difference with your SVGs is, of course, you do have the ability to cut those out digitally, but nice and easy to cut out if you are using your trimmer as well. So shop artwork will get you your fabulous downloads there, your pattern papers, and your pre-sized mats and layers as well, which is absolutely fantastic. And that is how easy it can be, start to finish, in a matter of minutes. Now, we will dive into another of those demos a little bit later on, but I do just quickly want to recap these fantastic brand new templates, and we've got a few extra goodies on the show that we've not yet shared with you, so we will move on to those in just a few moments time. But brand new templates, I know we're calling them card shapes, I can't stop saying that, I do apologise. They're not cards, they are your box envelopes, and they are your fantastic gift boxes as well. So mixing it up a little bit with this latest instalment within our anthology of our templates. Now, 4 brand new designs that's launched just this morning here at Highlight Crafts. Fantastic different box styles which are just going to revitalise and kickstart your crafting. If you are thinking perhaps about Christmas fairs, about gifting for Christmas, and you want something a little bit different to your standard styles of boxes, this is going to be the perfect collection for you to go for. Really fun but really easy to create these fabulous impressive styles of your gift boxes. Now, first up, you do have your hexagon box. Now, this is absolutely brilliant. Look how super cute that looks. All those facets that you've got to the edges of this gives you a beautiful style of gift box. Really lovely for adding things like little chocolates into, jewellery, could be a little table favour to go on your Christmas table to have after your Christmas dinner, could have a few little after dinner mints in there. But of course, you can be using this all year round for all sorts of different gifts. Very easy to work with this one. Once again, you'll just draw around the edge, you'll score exactly where it says to score. Those little holes at the top there, if you just go in with something like a hole punch or a crocodile, punch those out, and it gives you the ability to thread your ribbon through those as well. So that's design number 1 as part of this brand new collection. Then we'll move on to next. Oh dear, I'm dropping them all over the shop. That's not good. Let's pick them back up. The one that we've just used in that last demonstration is our fantastic self-closing box. A couple of different ways of fastening this one. Of course, you can have that ability where it's almost like a spring back component at the top there, or of course, if you so choose, you can bring in things like your twines or your ribbons, punch a hole through the top, and then you can actually tie that ribbon through to close as well. Now, every single one of these is available individually. $6.99 will get this one for you. So Shop Rectangle is your rectangular box. We've got all of them available individually, but of course the best value, so $14.99 for 4, or $6.99 for one. I know which one I'd be going for, but we do like to give you the options. It's almost like a half price deal getting on for that, which is fantastic. And of course, it gives you more options when you go for the bundle. So Shop Stencils will bring all 4 of these home to you. So that's the second of your 4 designs, which is your self-closing box. Then we'll move on to our rectangle envelope box here. So it gives you that lovely 3D style envelope. Great for adding gifts into, or of course, you can be adding your own handmade cards into that as well. And then finally, to go hand in hand with that one, almost like a lovely little pair that you've got with this, you have got your fantastic square envelope box. So great for adding little gifts in for Christmas. Lots you can do with that, and you can see how fabulous it looks when you bring in some of your other collections, things like your hollyhocks, to decorate that lovely envelope style box. So all 4 of those in stencil format. Every single one of those stencils will fit onto your A4 cardstock. Simply draw around the edge, score the score lines, fold it together, and you've got a fantastic 3D creation in minutes, ready for you to decorate however you so choose. All 4 there, brand new, launched just about an hour ago. Shop Stencils when it comes to that collection. Now, of course, we always like to offer you options. If you prefer your SVG cutting files, then we do have those available for you as well. This one is Shop SVG. Once again, you'll get your batch 11 of your card shapes, so 4 of your different styles, 2 of your envelope boxes, your hexagon box, and your self-closing box included. But this time it's in SVG cutting file format, which means you can use these alongside things like your scan and cut. Of course, you can take them into Canvas Workspace, start to divide them, start to manipulate them, or just use them as they are. They're still going to give you those fantastic finished results. All 4 of those though, amazing price on those, $12.99. And you've got 4 different styles of boxes that you can be using time and time again, cutting them to your heart's content. Whether it's going to be in Christmas papers, everyday, spring, summer, autumn, winter, you've got the ability to do all of that with this fantastic collection there. And that one is Shop SVG. To get that added to your baskets. One thing to note on that one as well, with it being a digital download, it is completely instant. So as soon as you check out your basket, you will get those downloads sent to you, and you can literally be crafting with those this afternoon if you so choose, which I think is rather quite exciting. Shop SVG will bring those ones home to you. And then finally, as part of this collection, we always like to bring you the artwork to go alongside. So first of all, we bring to you all these lovely papers. Now you've got 12 different designs, great for all year round crafting. You've got designs that you can use for Christmas as well. You've got your lovely little poinsettias, your presents, you've got your gingerbread cookies on there as well. So lots of versatility for all those different seasons that you are getting with this one. 12 different papers, and then to go alongside, we bring to you all the mats and layers as well. So all the papers that you've just seen there in A4 format, what we do is we calculate the exact measurements to give you 3 different mats and layers for every single one. All you need to do, print them off, is at 100% size, cut them out, and they are going to be that perfect fit for all of these different templates. And you get that for every single one of all 4 of your shapes there, which is fabulous. Just gives you that professional finish and makes it super, super easy. Shop artwork there, $7.99. That is in the form of a digital download. So once again, no postage to pay, and it is instant as well. Now, magnets. Magnets are absolutely fantastic, and they're going to work with some of these templates brilliantly. So I'd say your self-closing treat box, what you can do with that is just slip a little magnet just in that top section just behind there if you want to have a magnet to close it. Great for your envelopes as well. So if you are creating either your square or your rectangular envelopes, all you can do is just pop, you can see we've got one in there, pop your little magnet on there, and it gives you that lovely professional finish. Isn't that lovely? Just finishes it off absolutely beautifully. And we have got a pack here of 50, wow, 50 magnets, and they are absolutely tiny. So they're pretty much invisible when you add them onto your projects, which is absolutely fantastic. You're getting that full collection there of all of your little magnets. Nice and easy to adhere to your projects. I tend to use something like a red liner tape on the back of there. But all 50 for $9.99. If you love your memory album making, your scrapbooking, if you like to do all those little hidden pockets onto your scrapbooks, those are going to be absolutely brilliant for that. Shop magnet, $9.99 to bring those ones home to you. And then next up, we have some of our lovely cardstock. Now, if you want to create the most luxurious, opulent gift boxes, make them out of this cardstock and they will look amazing. This is your Chrome Luxe cardstock. Oh my goodness, this is special, special stuff. It's 12 by 12 inch in size, and you are getting the most gorgeous assortment of colours. 24 sheets in total. That is a fabulous price for this quality of cardstock. $14.99 for 24 sheets. That is incredible value. Now, first of all, you've got your black. Have a look at that. It's almost like a gloss cardstock that you've got with that there. It's absolutely beautiful. So the black is a little bit special. Then look at your blue. Oh, isn't that beautiful? If you're doing projects like under the sea projects, mermaids, that's going to be absolutely fantastic. Then your lovely Christmas red. So if you're thinking about doing your gift boxes for Christmas, that is going to be an absolute must-have. Then we have our gold. Now, isn't that a beautiful? It's almost like a satin sheen that you've got to that. Oh, that is absolutely gorgeous. Just a little hint of that in your mats and layers is really going to elevate all of your projects. Then of course it won't be collection if we bring you gold, we've got to bring you the silver as well, and that's equally as beautiful with that lovely sort of chrome matte gloss finish. Oh, it's beautiful. Look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. And then finally something a little bit special is your white. Isn't that gorgeous? That gloss white gives you that lovely luxurious look and feel to your projects. So all 24 sheets there across that range of colourways for $14.99, and that one is shop chrome. Of course you can use it to create your gift bags and your gift boxes and your envelopes as well. Absolutely beautiful quality cardstock. Now we did mention earlier ribbon. Ribbon is an essential when it comes to one of your gift boxes within this collection, and we have got a bumper pack of our ribbon here for you to add to your crafty stash. Now ribbon, I can never get enough of ribbon. I absolutely love ribbon. I've got a whole couple of shelves in my bookcase at home that's literally stashed full of ribbon. It's one of those things, I think crafters are always drawn to ribbon. It's one of those things we use for embellishments. Of course, if we are doing our soft craft, we use an awful lot of it that way as well. All great for your closures for your boxes as well. Now you are getting colours may vary in this one, but you're going to get 10 different ribbon reels and a variety of different finishes that we've got within this one. You've got your lovely satin here. We've got some of our grow grain style in here as well. Absolutely lovely quality with this ribbon. On this reel, you are, oh my goodness, you're getting 6 meters on that roll alone. Blimey me, you're getting 10 of these. Are they all 6? Oh, they're all 6 meters. Well, this is rather exciting. Oh, that one's 7 meters, even better. Oh my goodness, you're going to be getting an awful lot of ribbon. 10 meters, that's even better. Wow, another 10 meters. You're going to be getting at least, I'd say at least 60 meters of ribbon there, which is giving you an awful lot that you can get playing with for all those different techniques. Even if you're just using it to tie your ribbon bows as embellishments, it's a must-have in your crafty stash, and it's going to work absolutely perfectly alongside your gift box templates as well. Shop ribbon, $8.99 for all 10 ribbon reels. Colours may vary, but we'll make sure that you get a lovely selection in your order. Now next up we have some washi tapes. Now these are not just any old washi tapes, these are gold foiled washi tapes. They are absolutely gorgeous with these ones. Now we have a couple of different options. So first of all we've got our pack of 10, which I do believe is this one here. 2, 4, yeah, I believe that one's 10. The left one, oh well, it was going to be one of the two. That one, that's your pack of 10. So this is shop washi, 10 pieces here, your black and gold. Now these are luxurious, aren't they? Aren't they absolutely beautiful? You've got such a lovely mix of designs in this collection as well. Everything from your butterflies down to your little beach huts. You've got cupcakes in there, cups of tea. Oh, that's got to be my favourite. Let's have a look at this one at the bottom. Isn't that fabulous? You've got cupcakes, you've got cups of tea, you've got ice creams on there. Oh, isn't that lovely? Absolutely gorgeous. If you've got scrapbook pages where you've had a day out at the seaside, that's going to be absolutely brilliant. You've got all of your different widths in here as well. So that one's probably about 1 inch in width. So a variety of your different sizes. You've got things like your florals included in there as well. Got that one with all your little doggies. Oh, how cute is that? That's a little bit different, isn't it? These are going to be absolutely brilliant as embellishments for your cards, for your scrapbooks. Brilliant, of course, if you love things like your art journaling, and your memory albums can be brilliant for that as well. But just a lovely embellishment to use on your projects. Absolutely fantastic value as well there. 10 different designs for $8.99, and that one is shop washi. We've got a slightly different variation available for you as well. This is your 14 piece, and this one is shop gold. So you're getting a little bit more as part of this collection, but you're getting different designs to that first range. So you're getting absolutely all sorts of designs in this one. I'm just drawn to this lovely little mushroom collection. Now if you had our toadstool lane, I think we called it, that we launched a few months ago, that would go hand in hand alongside that, which is absolutely fabulous. Autumnal leaves, you've got the planets in there, roses in there, sort of Aztec style designs at the bottom. So a lovely mix of different designs there. All 14 of those, $10.99, and that assortment is shop gold. So the pack of 14 is shop gold $10.99, or your pack of 10 is shop washi for $8.99. So a couple of different choices when it comes to that. Now, next up we have a big old box of cardstock, so big that it had to go on the back shelf. You know, you get a lot when it doesn't even fit on the counter. So I'm going to try and clear a little space. This could go horribly wrong, but we'll try and clear a space to share with you our fantastic Posh cardstock. Now this is going to be brilliant for use with your fantastic templates. You are getting this whole pack here. Yes, this full box full of cardstock, and it does come in its box as well for $19.99. Now let's dive in and have a little look in here. So first of all, you're getting your 12 by 12, and it's a lovely smooth surface. You get that lovely soft smooth surface to this. I do believe it's 300 GSM if my memory serves me correctly. So great for your scoring. You can use it on your scan and cut as well. So you're getting your 12 by 12 included. You do get the range of different sizes, which is lovely to have within the one pack. You're getting your A4 included as well. Absolute wodge of A4. My goodness me, look how much you're getting there. Loads of your A4. Absolutely loads you can get crafting with, which is fantastic. Let's try and find room to place that at the front. There we go. And then you are getting your A3 as well. Now, A3 cardstock is quite hard to come by these days, especially for a quality price, which is exactly what you're getting here. So your A3 cardstock you are getting as part of this collection as well. So your A3 is all included, all in that lovely, I don't quite want to say cream, because cream can sometimes be a little bit yellowy, but this is a lovely, almost like a soft buttermilk kind of colour. It's off-white, but it gives you that lovely, soft, really luxurious finish. It'll be amazing as well. If you're thinking about doing wedding invites, this will be absolutely brilliant. So A3 included, 12 by 12 included, and your A4 is included. You are getting an awful lot of cardstock. I mean, this box is really rather quite heavy. That's going to keep you going for quite a long time. Now, Amber's got a hand up. Amber, have you got a question?
And 8 by 11, which is some have been knit.
8 by 11, that's A4, I think.
Is it the smaller one? What's the smaller one?
8 by 11 is around about A4, I do believe.
What is it? A3, 12 by 12, 6" by 8, and 8 by 11.
It's a 6" by 8. Who's pinched my 6" by 8 inch? Do we know how many of each we get? We're all very organised on this Friday morning, can you tell?
We get 3.3 kilograms.
3.3 kilograms? Wow. Now that is a lot of cost. For $19.99, that is one of those stock up deals. It's like your double-sided tape. It's one of those things. And I'll bring out my favourite line. If David was here, he'd be chuckling. You can't make a card without card. It's very true. So you need plenty of cardstock. If you're making cards, if you're making gift bags, gift boxes, you need plenty of card. It's one of those things you definitely can't be running out of. And when you get that much, 3.3 kilograms, now is the time to stock up. And also, I'll be a little bit cheeky and say it's not limited to one per customer. So if you want to get 10 boxes of this, I suppose you could. Shop cream, $19.99 for your Posh cardstock. Now time, oh my goodness, 10 minutes left. Time is getting away with us, so I think we better quickly pop another of these card templates together for you. So bring you guys over here with me. We'll have a little sit down and do a little bit of crafting, because I want to show you how easy it is to work with your fantastic box envelope templates. Let's have a little bit of a tidy up. Here we are. I'm not in too much of a mess today. Last night we got into a right mess, but we're not doing too bad at the moment. That could all change, who knows. So here we've got our square envelope box, and it even tells you on the bottom of your template there, especially if you are collecting all of your templates, you're not quite sure which one's which, it even gives you the name on there, which is that fabulous attention to detail. So we're going to pop that onto our A4 cardstock. You'll see it's exactly the same height there as our A4 card, but it's a little bit narrower with this being the square one. So all we're going to do, let's take our pencil, just anchoring our template into position, just using my left hand, and I'm just using my right hand to draw around the edge there. So just going around all that border, making sure I've gone around the perimeter of that one. And then all your lines on this one are just score lines. So I'm going to pop a mark top and bottom of every single one of those on our score lines. So just going round and adding those in, just like so. Of course, you can mark the full length of the score line, but I just find it a little bit easier. I'll be honest with you, it's me being a little bit lazy. It means I've got less pencil lines to rub out when we come to do that. But of course, you can mark that full length of the line if you find that a little bit easier. At this point, I'll bring in my 5-in-1 trimmer. Now, we do have this on the show, actually, and we've dropped the price for you for the show. I have to say it was a little bit of a special request for you guys at home, because this is a must-have. The cut on this is fabulous, but it's not just about the cut. It's about those 5 fabulous functions that you've got with this one. I will try and talk you around it a little bit later on, but if you do want to get that added to your baskets. It's shop 5, $34.99. It's down from $49.99. You've got your guillotine, which you've just seen in action. You've got your scoreboard, which I use literally all the time. When I'm in the office, I don't even use my scoreboard anymore. I just use my my trimmer because it is that easy and it's always to hand. You do get your trimmer as well on one side, and your trimmer's got 2 different blades that you can change just by simply flicking that switch. So you've got either that lovely deckled sort of wavy edge, or you've also got the choice of having that perforation line. So if you're doing your RSVPs, that is absolutely brilliant for that. And then you do also have your corner punch. Now on the underside of the board, you do get a scoring tool included as well. And you do get a guide that tells you all your measurements for your box making and envelope making. Now I've just noticed I've missed a little line out there, so not to worry, because we've used our template, we can just line that back over the top. So just lining all those pencil markings with the template, I can just go back in and just add that on. See, I did it on purpose to show you how easy it was. It's not that I forgot, I did it for you guys at home, of course. We always make the mistake so you don't have to, right? That's what it's all about. So let's just go in with our scissors and just chop that little piece out. You could use this craft knife if you do find that a little bit easier. And then we'll just neaten that up a little bit to give us that lovely professional finish. So there we go, that's all our cutting done. So we'll just flip our trimmer over, and this is the side where you do have that trimmer and you do have your scoreboard. Now once again, we have got our line that we've popped onto the base of our trimmer here, so making it nice and easy for us to line those points up. So we'll just score from the top there to that second point and then all the way down. Super easy to pop these styles of your box envelopes together. Once you've done a few of these, you'll be pretty much doing it in your sleep. It is that easy when you've got the template, because there's no need to get any measurements out. You don't even need a ruler to do any of these. You can literally just go in, draw around your template, pop all your score lines in, and you are good to go. Whether you're decorating them up for Christmas, whether it's going to be for Halloween, perhaps you're doing little treat envelopes for Halloween with just a few little sweeties, lollipops, anything like that in, or if it's going to be for all year round. Super easy to put together, and to have that template means you can use them over and over again for all of those different occasions. So just a couple more of our score lines to pop in. So once again, just lining up that point at the top with the marking on the base of my scoreboard, and then doing exactly the same for that next one there. So just going round and adding those in. And that's all of our score lines added in to our template. So we're just going to go in and we're just going to reinforce all those score lines. So just lining up so that's level on the left and the right hand side, and then we'll do exactly the same on that piece there, lining it up so it's nice and level. And then your little flap's just going to fold over, and then that extra score line that gives you that 3D element will go over once again. All of your side panels are just going to fold inwards. Very easy in terms of the scoring and folding on that one. That goes inwards, and then we've got our 2 on the other side. So nice and symmetrical. So once you've done one side, it's pretty much a case of just doing the same to the other one. And this folds up, so those 2 fold in, those 2 go over the top to reinforce those sides, and that goes over there. So all we need to do is just pop our adhesive onto either those 2 or those 2. Doesn't matter which one you want to go for, either or. And we'll just go in with, once again, our DIY Doctor double-sided tape, which is what I'm using for pretty much all of my construction projects at the moment. It's fabulous, super strong stuff. Don't forget as well, we do have that bundle on the show, 840 metres worth of the stuff for $19.99, which is, as I'm sure you'll agree, an absolute crazy price. So you're getting 30 rolls, 10 of your thin one, which is 1/4 of an inch, which I'm using now. You're getting 10 of your 1/2 inch, and you are going to get 10 of your inch, which is a nice thick one that we use for those large tabs a little bit earlier. So that just folds underneath there. Just line that up so the score line is level with the edge of that piece, and give that a little bit of a burnish just to allow that tape to stick. Fold that one in, and then that outer tab is just going to go over the top. So once again, lining that up so it's nice and straight and level, and you have got a very quick and easy box style envelope. Now all I'd be doing then is I'd just be bringing in one of your magnets. 1/2 of the magnet will go on there, other half will go onto there, and you'll have that lovely magneted box. So of course you could use something like a little ribbon fastening with a button. Now we actually took this one little step further just to show you how you can do something ever so slightly different. So all I did with this one is I actually created it into almost like a little envelope within a card, which I thought would make a really nice gift. So I've just got some ribbon. Of course we do have all of our ribbon available on the show as well, which is just being tied up. So you can see in the centre here you have got your gift envelope, and I have used that download or shop artwork to actually do all of those mats and layers. So that's on the inside. Then all I did is I measured the outer edge of that envelope there. So then what I did is I created a card that had a little bit of a lip to it. So it's exactly the same height as that envelope. And then I scored wherever the end of that was. Then I added the length of that section there, so about 1/2 inch, and scored there, so that fits over there like a book. And then I had exactly the same measurement at the front there, and it just creates a little book. Now what I did to make sure I actually hid the ribbon, I stuck the ribbon to the inside, and then I just cut another matte layer of white cardstock that's exactly the same as that area up to the score line, just to sandwich that ribbon in between so you can't see where that's adhered to the actual mechanism here. So nice and easy to put together, but just shows you a slightly different way. Be lovely if you are adding a gift on the inside. It allows you to do your card and your gift all in one, and you literally just use your ribbon as your little fastening there onto the front. How cute is that? Great for adding those gifts inside your card. So something a little bit different, but you've seen there how easy it is to pop together your fabulous box style envelopes. Oh, this show has absolutely flown by. It's just over 2 minutes left. Right, quick, going back over it to give you a recap, just in case you have just joined us and you're thinking, what's this all about? New boxes, new gift bags, what's going on? Yes, brand new volume 11 of your fantastic card shaped templates. We know they're not technically card templates. I know I've called them cards throughout the whole show. Do apologise, but they are about your boxes and your gift envelopes as well. I'm surprised I've not knocked this over yet, but there's still time yet. Could still happen. So you're getting 2 of your fantastic envelope boxes included. So you get both your square, which you've just seen in action in demonstration there, and you are getting your rectangle as well. Great for adding your cards that have got a little bit more depth inside, or of course you can use them standalone as a gift envelope. That choice is yours. So both of those are included, but that's just half of your collection. You are getting all 4 of the templates for $14.99, which is brilliant value for money. Should be $6.99 each. So you're getting pretty much a buy 2 get 2 free deal, which is incredible on a brand new launch. Then you're getting your fantastic self-closing box. We showed you how to put this one together earlier on in the show, and it looks absolutely brilliant when you bring in all those papers and all your decorative elements as well. And then finally, the one which I think looks super impressive is your fantastic hexagon box. Very easy though, once you've got the template, all of those angles, all those measurements have been carefully calculated for you, and it allows you to get those fantastic finished results in little to no time whatsoever, which is incredible. All 4 of those brand new launch, just launched this morning, shop stencils for $14.99. And very quickly, I want to just let you know that we do have the SVG cutting file format as well. So exactly the same designs that you've just seen with your physical templates, but of course this time they're going to go hand in hand with your scan and cut. So all 4 of those SVGs, it's shop SVG there, $12.99, a brilliant price when you think of all those different options, dividing it up, adding your apertures, all those wizardry sort of techniques you can do on on Canvas Workspace with that one, which is fantastic. That is shop SVG. Then finally, if you want to go for your artworks, your papers, your mats and layers, that one is shop artwork for $7.99, and that will work hand in hand alongside both your fantastic SVGs and your physical templates as well. $7.99, but of course those papers you can be using in any project whatsoever. Wow, this hour has absolutely flown by. Thank you so much everybody at home for your company. It's lovely to have had you join me this morning. Now next up, I believe it's David and Amanda. I can't quite remember what they've got coming up, but I'm sure it'll be absolutely fabulous. So make sure you join both of those in 5 minutes time, and then I'm back with David at 11 o'clock. Oh, sublimation. So make sure you tune in, grab yourself a cuppa, and be back with David and Amanda in 5 minutes time. Thank you so much for your company. I'll see you in an hour. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.